Good numbing. Hello, YouTube. Hope you're all doing well. We're back with more Metal Gear Solid today. I'm going to try and finish it today, get it done in 2 streams, because we're just past the halfway point, give or take, last time. But I am extremely tired. I think I'm coming down with something again, because of course I am. And it's just taken the life out of me a little bit. Hopefully it will pass, but it's also what hasn't helped, obviously, is streaming 5 days in a row. I'm not built for that anymore, it feels like. But as I've been saying, it's because I'm taking the weekend off, because I'm just going to be busy with stuff, so it just made sense to stream every day in the weekday this week. So let's dive straight in. We know we don't need to read the mission log. And I'm also, in general, just super tired. Anyway, last time we left off, we got imprisoned.
My clothes.
Yeah, I know, Johnny. Oh, hey, one man, hope you're doing well. Our first... Oh, I never called Otacon. I don't have Otacon's... Hang on a minute. The fuck's Otacon's number? Oh, I completely forgot to ever call him. MGS. Otacon Codec. 14112. I completely forgot to call him yesterday.
Otacon.
So I'm going to interview and get into it. WWE 2K24 sucks, man.
I
I legit got one match in my PS4 version, it immediately boots me out. Oof.
I was wondering.
That's a shame.
What should I do? I've been captured.
I'm locked up in prison. I need bailout money, Otacon. What? We've only known each other like a few minutes in game. But we're this close. Don't you know how anime works? I thought you was an anime otaku. You know what we're doing. There are, and it's actually very impressive, there are actually several ways of getting out of the imprisonment. The simplest way is, when Johnny has to leave the room for whatever reason, when he does, hide under the bed. When he comes back in, he won't be able to spot you, and you'll fear you're gone, and so he'll unlock the door to come in.
Snake. Are you okay? I've been better.
How's Mara?
They've got her. Damn.
Yeah, this is so Otacon.
The government has decided not to give in to
I can't handle it.
We're trying to buy some more time.
You know what's gonna work? It's because I'm
Why
tired.
don't you stop playing dumb? I'm
And,
sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now. What are you talking about? Metal Gear was designed to
Oh, we had this conversation at the end of the last stream, right? I forgot, in Metal Gear Solid, when you save, it saves at the start of the screen. So, we had this conversation yesterday, so this is more of a recap that we're getting now. But because I'm more tired and a little EP, a little out of it, my Snake voice is probably going to be easier to do, because my voice is naturally going to be a little deeper anyway.
As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president had
So I used to, back when I was a teenager, be able to do a really goddamn good Snake voice. But then I went like a whole day doing it for like something I can't even remember what nowadays. And I really fucked up my throat and now I can't really do it.
And tomorrow the president and his Russian counterpart are scheduled to sign the START 3 Accord.
I really can't do it as much as I used to be able to.
For the deadline.
That's right, Snake. And that's why we can't let this terrorist attack go public.
We still haven't even ratified START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs.
Yeah, it's coming back to me. We absolutely had this conversation yesterday. This is recapping. I won't skip it though, just because it's a nice place to start and get my head back into it again.
Please, Snake, just stop them. Why should I? Because you're the only one who can. In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead. I told you before. I don't know the details. I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give in to their demands? Let them have Big Boss's remains. You see...
God, that's going to be a whole thing throughout this whole series, is Big Boss's remains. Because it's so heavily tied to all the fucking bullshit with the Patriots. Especially in MGS4.
We don't want the existence of the Genome Army to go public.
But MGS4 is a wild ride.
Huh. Hell with you. I'm sorry.
There's so many things about MGS4 that should have, like, when you learn about how its development history and how MGS4 came to be and everything like that, the fact it came out, and the fact it was, you know, at least to me, as enjoyable as it is, even if the story does trip over itself a number of times throughout it, is insane when you look at its development history. Because firstly, firstly it was never supposed to exist. The series was supposed to end with MGS3.
I doubt it.
The reason why MGS2 has so many mysteries and so many unanswered questions is because Kojima desperately wanted people to take the main message of the game, which is why everything shouldn't be written in stone. The main message of MGS2 has this constant thing of, you should just make your own answers. And so 2 not answering so much is because they wanted you, the audience, to make your own answer. To make your own solution. But people didn't take that, and they demanded answers, so Kojima felt that he was forced to make an MGS4, and so like he allowed MGS4 to be made, but at first he was like, you know what, well, I'm not going to be directing it. I trust the team to be able to make their thing. Apparently Kojima received death threats from the community, you know, from his quote-unquote fans, because he wasn't directing it, which forced him into the director's chair. Well, he felt that he was forced into the director's chair, and like, usually if you like send death threats to force someone to make a thing, that thing's not going to be good, because they're not going to enjoy the fact they made it. So how the hell did MGS4, like, you know, like, he still had passion for the series, even if he was disgruntled by everything that happened. Let's take that, Nick. But you know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ. And it's clear that his interest lied elsewhere even back then, because what was his main priority on at the time? Fucking Peace Walker. He wanted to do more with Naked Snake / Big Boss than he did, you know, Solid Snake and all the modern stuff. Oh, can I make this guy cause he's...
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up! Shut up in there,
Hehe. Difference insane. It's one of those things where, like, getting into like Metal Gear Solid and whatnot.
It's showtime.
Oh fuck! We gotta do another round. Then with Metal Gear Solid and like kind of getting back into the swing of it, it's put me in the mood. Now it's long past its original release and all like the not controversy, but definitely mixed feelings around it. I actually am entertaining the thought of giving Death Stranding a shot.
When you've had enough, press the select button to submit.
Because everything at the time when it was first getting promoted in the first reviews, it was one of those things where people were like, it's very different, and you have to like commit to what it is, and it's very slow, but once you're in it, you enjoy it. But because of all of that, it can be soul draining, and I was at the time, I was like, no, I'm good. Every time I looked at footage of it, I was like, you're just a delivery man, and to be honest, yeah, that is what you're doing. It's the whole point of the game is the journey, not the destination kind of thing. But as time's gone on, the more I've like, I guess kind of like cooled down a little bit. I say that like I'm an old man now, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not as hot-headed as I was a few years ago. Now I look at it, I'm like, you know, a game that's all about the journey and just kind of like walking from destination and taking in the sights. If you go into it knowing what you're going for, I imagine you'll be all right. So I'm kind of half entertaining it. Anyway, time to break my wrist.
How did you like that?
It was great, Otacon.
Shall we go
Ocelot.
again?
Otacon? Who's Otacon? Fuck yeah. Sorry, he's on my mind. You got a man in your life? Shut up. Not yet. Ah!
Had enough yet? We're not
I can do this all day.
finished
Oh yeah, sure, we can do this all day. Wait, no, I was joking.
Still okay?
I guess.
Want me to go on?
No.
Can you take one more?
You bitch! Oh, my wrist hurts already. I'm too old for this.
You're a strong man. Well, that's enough for now, I think.
Yeah,
We
cool.
live in a sad age.
I don't need a lecture.
Imperialism, totalitarianism, perestroika.
What the
20th
fuck are you
century
talking about?
Russia has had its share of problems, but at least they had an ideology. Russia today has nothing.
They're struggling between freedom and order, and with that struggle, a new spirit of nationalism has been born.
The boss has a close friend high up in the Russian government. He's currently the head of Spetsnaz. He's agreed to purchase this new nuclear
Oh,
weapons system.
hey, this is foreshadowing for
Mine was just a
MGS2.
down
His
payment.
Russian friend,
So you're in this for money?
I'm pretty sure that's the guy that helped storm the tanker alongside Ocelot at the start of
We need a
MGS2.
brave new world order.
I'm pretty sure that's reference to the same guy. Kojima, you did it again. The amount of preemptive like putting in the foundations here for an MGS2 is insane. You know, that just casual conversation about like an old friend from Russia, and it's like I'm pretty sure he's referring to the Russian guy. I forget his name off my head that you're against at the start of MGS2.
You okay, Snake? Yeah. Nothing new to report.
Snake, is there anything I can do?
Yeah. My arm hurts.
Poor Snake. I'll increase the level of painkillers in your blood.
Okay, but you can leave out the Benzedrine. That stuff makes me too frisky.
I guess you're not feeling too bad after all. Snake, put the controller
Fucking yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, you're supposed to put the controller up
Don't worry.
on your arm just below your shoulder,
Okay, here I go.
and then she makes the controller vibrate just to try and relax your arm.
How does that feel, Snake? A little better?
How did you do that?
I stimulated your muscle fibers with the nanomachine cilia. That's about all I can do for you.
Naomi,
I love how
please
creative
tell
this
it to
game
me.
is with some of its video
Say
game
something
bullshit.
to take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
Anything.
I'm not a very good talker.
Please. Tell me about yourself.
Myself. That's a tough one.
Same,
Any
sister.
family?
That's not a happy topic for me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't have any family. No. Wait. There was a man who
That's
saved
what
my
I think I
father
love about the Metal Gear Solid series,
Where
and
is
it's
he?
something that I genuinely respect from a lot of Kojima's work,
by my own
is that
hand.
people always make the joke that he'd rather make a
boss.
movie than a game.
What?
But how can that be true when he
boss.
leans
I
so
had no
much
idea.
into like the
There was no way
gamery
you
isms
could.
in everything he
Zanzibar
makes?
6 years ago.
If he didn't care about the industry, why did he make a boss that reads your memory card?
So,
You
is
know,
it true?
if he didn't make it,
Was Big Boss really
if he
your
didn't care for the
father?
video game industry, why is
what
there
he
legit a
said.
boss fight in Death
all I
Stranding that
know.
turns into a fighting game with health bars and combos and everything?
Knowing that?
Yep.
How?
Wanted it. Besides,
He
Some
absolutely
people just
wants to
need
make
killing.
movies over games, but
patricide.
people say that thinking that he means he hates video games or
drama
doesn't
Mantis
respect
was
it,
talking
when that
about.
couldn't be any further from the
One we
truth.
share
It
in
constantly
common.
shows in his work.
Is that
He
why you
genuinely
left
has a
Fox
deep
Sound?
respect for the industry.
let's just say
Heck,
that
when
I
he
needed
made
to be
Metal Gear
alone for
Solid,
a
he
while.
made it because he
Alaska
wanted
was the
video
perfect
games
place.
to be seen in the same pedigree
Snake.
as film.
I didn't have a real
That was
family
literally his
either.
core inspiration
Just
for
a
it,
big
is that he
brother who
wanted
put me
video
through
games to be
school.
seen in the same level that
They
films
weren't
were
even
seen as
blood-related, and
in
he
the
was
late
much older
90s,
than
you know, this
me.
ultimate pedigree of entertainment.
Where is he?
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
Snake, is there a woman in your life?
After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
It'd be funny if Snake just turned around and goes, yeah, there is one woman in my life. It's like, oh, what, really? Who? Oh, you know. I don't like to talk about it. And he gets all, like, shy.
There was another. Frank
Like, he gets a little
Yeager.
bashful.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox.
Well, yeah, that won't last, Colonel Campbell, because if I want the platinum in this game, Grey Fox can't remain the only person to get the code name Fox. I need to get it
Didn't
too.
you try to kill each other?
That's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
I mean, yeah, that's how these things work.
War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
I first met him on the battlefield. He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven.
Metal Gear
But
1.
he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
Oh yeah, literally in the NES version, like Snake's sprite is green, so he literally was as well. Well, his hairband, no, hairband, bandana, sorry, and his shirt were green.
We were enemies. We were fighting barehanded in a minefield.
I haven't done that boss fight yet in Metal Gear 2 because Metal Gear 2 drains the soul out of me. But the whole barehanded in a minefield, I'm like, oh fucking Jesus Christ! The controls of Metal Gear 2 do not make that ideal.
You're right. We are animals.
So if you were friends, then how do you explain the ninja's behavior?
I don't know.
It's your genes. They make you predisposed towards violence.
Yeah, to be fair, Snake would be the sort of like a dude broism kind of character.
I never knew who my parents were, or even what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
So
Oh yeah, another thing tied to the central theme of this game of genes and genetics.
My genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in that person's memory.
Memory is stored in DNA?
We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of the 4 bases in their DNA.
So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you?
Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller.
No, she's actually saying that because fucking we'll get to it. Things to contribute. I mean, yeah, I think the most important thing is that there's always has to be an acknowledgement that there is unfortunately an extremely toxic side to masculinity. There is obviously something benefits to it, in the same way there can absolutely be toxic femininity, but there's also very important things that are important of it. It's being able to acknowledge both. The people that are going, oh, the toxic masculinity is a myth, it's like, no, you're part of the problem. There's too much of a force to not acknowledge both when that is part of the damage that keeps on being caused.
I'm here.
Where?
Hey, handsome. Oh, it's my boyfriend.
It's me.
Otacon, I missed you.
Hurry, get me out of here.
Oh, I thought you was actually gonna hug him then.
Let me go. That hurts.
Hurry up.
They don't have the fancy handshake until the next game.
Let me go. Jeez, it's like an animal's cage. Oh, what a smell.
Because of him.
Yeah, it's the Derpa Chief.
You don't hurry up and get me out of here, I'll be laying next to him.
Those bastards. This lock won't open with a security card. You need a key like the soldiers carry.
So what are you doing here then?
Sorry, one sec. I had to sort something there. I had to sort something very quickly. I disagree with the whole, like, showing into just toxicity, because that generalizes it when there's too many hyper-specifics in what makes toxic masculinity and what makes toxic femininity. To just put that under just toxicity undermines and simplifies too much that should be elaborated and talked about, in my opinion anyway.
But she's nice to me.
There are things that are specific to one and things that are specific to the other.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over, they were planning to shoot all the dogs.
And if I'm being honest with you, it just getting short down to just toxicity would just be used by an excuse by extremely horrible people to generalize atrocious things men do and be like, oh, see, that it's all under the same banner with the women. They would absolutely do that to try and downplay horrendous thing men do. And be like, see, but it's in the same category as the women. The women can do it too. And it's like, yeah, but you're missing the fucking point, dickhead. But if you specify it's still toxic masculinity, they can't run away from that. They'll try their best, but they can't run away from that. It gets pinned on. If they're doing something horrendous that's tied to toxic masculinity, you can call it out directly as that. If it's generalized, people can just be like, oh, but the women. It's like, you're dodging a point. You're dodging criticism because you don't like the fact that you have to face your faults. It's the same way when someone says something blatantly sexist, racist, or homophobic, and then when you call them out, they go, "God, I'm just joking." No, they're not. They just don't want to. They just don't want to have to face reality. Anyway, I'm gonna go hide under this bed. consider a spectrum. Difference is, we had better understanding that led to it becoming more of a spectrum. The better understanding of toxicity led to more of an understanding of what's masculine and what's feminine. A better understanding of autism made it easier to condense into a spectrum diagram as opposed to just being one or the other. Hey, bitch! Sorry, Johnny. Like, things like toxicity and whatnot got expanded upon because of understanding, and autism got put down to a scale because of understanding. They both became their way for the same reason. Oh no, yeah, obviously there are still differences within it, but then that gets put into subclasses, so it's easier to understand for people who, to be blunt, just don't understand, or don't want to understand. To put something in front of them that's easier for them to comprehend. But then I am also aware, I very much, Hey, can you like look somewhere the fuck else, camera? Do I have a chaff? I do. I look at it as someone who's... I look at it from a scientific point of view. That's my problem. I tend to, like... I try my best to look at it from one not as scientific all the time, but I very much do just look at it from a scientific point of view when it comes to spectrum understanding and whatnot. And I say that as someone who, very like... Oh, I forgot about this. Hey, there's a fucking bomb that Ocelot snuck into our inventory. Get rid of it. Because it will blow up in 207 seconds and just fucking hurt us. The sneaky bitch.
That was a close one, Snake. Ocelot, you'll pay for that.
Spectrum. Yeah, but as I said, the reason why... Yeah, you're always going to get people like that regardless. But my point is that it's built... The understanding and how, like, the wording has changed with, like, things surrounding, like, those topics. The reason why they've changed is because of better understanding towards the subject matter as years have gone on and better research. The reason why toxicity, oppositely, is specified into masculinity and femininity is because of the exact same sentence. Because of understanding expanding better. It isn't just people being mean, or people being weird, like it would have been called like in yesteryear. It's referred to properly. And I'm saying that as someone who is a psychologist who studies science. It is an expanded medical understanding that allows things to be put onto bars and scales, as opposed to just being this is this, this is that. Whilst it's toxicity, the understanding is what allowed it to be specific in not just how it is. Because toxic masculinity, yes, it can show up. There's things of it that can show up with femininity as well. But toxic masculinity, in a lot of ways, is unfortunately raised into boys, which is why it was specifically specified as it, because it's just a weird way of being raised. Look at how many more... Changing subject quickly. Look how many more fucking claymores there are on the minimap. Like, these bitches... Are we done? Are we done with the fucking claymore? Jesus. And ultimately, like I said, it is a thing with me that I'm prepared to accept as like a fault. I take it very... And as someone who's, although unconfirmed, very fucking likely, and have long since accepted very likely, on the spectrum somewhere. As someone who's like been in that mindset and have been in that place, I can't help but just take it like very literally and very scientifically, because it's what I studied. you know. But also, studying it from the perspective of a psychologist is very different from, you know, studying it as someone who's into biology, for example, or studying it from the perspective of someone who has never studied it but has just known people versus people who has experienced it but never known what it was, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many, like, other parts of the topic, other parts to the topic, and other perspectives and other opinions, and in my humble opinion, at least, I think all of them are valid to different degrees. Anyway, we're going back down to the bottom floor before we proceed on, because we've got keycard level 6, so we can get some body armor, and Jesus Christ, I want that body armor. Oh, I've got enough chests. I've got 2 more chests, okay. I mean, these don't have alarms tied to them, I just don't want to put up with their bullshit. Is it this one? There it is, body armor. That'll be very helpful during boss fights. Now let's get out of here. Oh, we was in the first building. I probably should have checked the armory. Oh well. Because how many stuns? I have 14 stun grenades, actually. That shouldn't be too bad. We're coming up to a section where we're going to really badly need some stun grenades. No, I'll spare him. I'll keep him alive this time. We still haven't found the digital camera. I don't have it in my inventory, do I? No. Fair enough. Oh, I means I need to get around the walls again. Be friendly. Ah! Ah! I'm gone. Enjoy your fucking cave. I hear you. Oh, is this... Okay, is it this time when there's something very mean? They hide like a turret around one of the corners here, because Kojima starts seeing how often he can get away with trolling the player after a while. Oh, flashbacks to yesterday. Okay, fair enough. Is this something that they do more in MGS4? Like, although they never, like, directly, like, as far as I can remember, directly sit Solid Snake down to talk about it, if you pay attention, especially in MGS4, there are a lot of signs that Snake has severe PTSD from all of his missions over the years. And Metal Gear Solid 1 ends up being a very prominent force of that. Like, when you go back to Shadow Moses and, like, he reminisces and thinks about every single little detail and you can hear all the voices in his head, that isn't just him thinking about it. That's literally, like, buried trauma rising to the surface. And he's gone back to, like, the patient zero in a lot of ways of a lot of his problems.
Snake, about Meryl.
Colonel, I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
And it affects him, and you can feel it in the gameplay.
Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was.
It's just that Snake doesn't really talk about it as the game goes on.
Wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father.
She said that?
She wasn't ready for real combat.
I shouldn't have pushed
Oh,
her
this
so
twist
hard.
hurts especially hard. Like, this
It's all my
twist.
fault.
This bit here hurts especially hard
Master, what is it?
if you know,
eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
like, the actual twist surrounding Meryl's character. Like, if you know what's going on with Meryl's character, she's doing so much for her, like, to prove her worth to her past father.
That road leads to madness. Believe
And I think the twist, you only learn it if you get the bad ending. So I might, like, when the credits roll, if I remember, I'll explain it.
Meryl's just fine.
But there's a very specific twist with Meryl
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid.
that once you know it,
That's what Meryl would
recontextualizes
do.
a lot, and also recontextualizes a lot of how Roy Campbell
would say the
reacts
same thing.
and how and why he's so
Snake.
like precious
What?
over her.
Meryl, she's pretty special to you, huh?
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
Stop trying to.
No, I just-
It's like stop trying to ship me with her. Jesus Christ.
Jeans. What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just remembered about Naomi's grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adult. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh,
Snake, good luck.
watch your back, Snake.
Master Miller was quick to go, well, okay, give me some specifics here. With liquid by not in this game. Not in this game, next game. I'm certain there's a turret. There it is! I fucking knew it. The cheekiest turret ever known to man. In what universe do you think that's okay, Kojima? Yes. No, what's nonsense is like how they had to try and write themselves out of it in MGS4. MGS2, like, they made this whole thing about, you know, Liquid possessing Ocelot and, like, how that's slowly affecting and eroding at everything he's doing and disrupting all of his plans and all that shit. And then MGS4 was like, oh, actually, no, it's like advanced hypnotherapy that he did to himself to try and trick the Patriots. And I'm just like, fuck off. Yeah, 5 is a prequel. Yeah, that also came out like 18 years from now, and I don't really care to acknowledge it right now. Alright, let me get my armor on. There it is, B armor. I was trying to find it for a second. Because we have a mandatory alarm coming up. Oh, something that the Twin Snakes remake actually does better about is that the camera that you would get caught by, there's nothing you can do to get around it. So what they do in Twin Snakes to make it make more sense, because you can see it, it's right there. If you throw a chaff grenade, it will just catch you anyway. It's scripted for you to get like caught and set an alarm off here. What they do in Twin Snakes is that they make it a tripwire laser instead. So it's something that you have to run over. So it makes at least a little bit more sense for why you get caught. Anyway, I'm just going to get ready. Fuck it. Oh! I thought I was cooking there. I just blew myself sky high.
What's wrong? Snake!
Damn it. I thought I was cooking there. Let me try that again, but like preemptively cook from like, where's the door? Like there. Oh, make sure to pick, for the love of God, pick up that rope. You need it for later. For the love of God, make sure you pick it up, otherwise you're backtracking down all this fucking building thereafter. Anyway, welcome to like the most like boring section of this game. Here's the trick. Well, other than blinding yourself, every now and then just throw. Let's let a stun grenade loose. Because you're trying to interrupt everyone as you go. Is why I checked my stuns as you went. Otherwise you'll be here for ages. Also, you can glitch through that door. Like a speedrunner found it like a couple years ago. It's kind of wild. Well, a speedrunner found it by accident, and then once someone realized that there was something you could do there, it took speedrunners like 9 hours to figure it out there afterwards. But this is like every player's least favorite section. And it's funny because playing Metal Gear 2, I learnt the hard way that they did it there first. This game actually borrows a lot from the original Metal Gear 2. It's kind of funny. Well, we're out of flashes. Let's just hope we reach the top. Close enough. Ooh, can't catch me, catch a fuck! Bye, bitch. And listen, you need the rope up here, so if you get up here and you just didn't pick up the rope, hey, guess what you gotta do? I hope you like the run up, because you gotta run it back down. And MGS5 is another game that at some point I want to give another fair shot. Now I simmered down, because when it first came out, I can't stress enough, I fucking despised it. And it did... it did a lot to kind of put me off Metal Gear Solid for a while. And it's like, I'd like to think I simmered down a lot since I was 16 years old when it first came out, and just am prepared to kind of be a bit more fair on it and just try and take it for what it is. I know that game was made and released in less than ideal conditions, because Kojima and Konami were like knee-deep in their growing fallout during that game's development. And Kojima was going severely over budget, so Konami wasn't happy with that, but equally Konami was trying to control a lot of the development, which Kojima wasn't happy about. So it just led to a lot of infighting that affected the whole game at large. But still, I want to be able to actually sit down and try and give that game a fairer shot.
Damn!
Because when I first played it, it upset me a lot because it felt like it was the only Metal Gear Solid game I'd played that wasn't good. And the fact that it was effectively the last Metal Gear Solid, because I really don't want to care about Survive, and that's not going to really change anytime soon, ended on a game that I just didn't like when I genuinely liked every single other one, even if not all of them were like on the same level. That was just bitter to me.
It's a long way down. If only I had a rope. I should be able to use that rope I got.
If you have the rope, that line of dialogue is kind of awkwardly funny. If only I have a rope. I should use the rope I have.
If I stay here, I'm finished.
Okay, I remember this not controlling the best.
Here's how to repel. Press the X button to jump away from the wall. While you're away from the wall, press down on the directional button to drop down. If you jump while pressing right or left on the directional button, you can make a big jump in that direction. If you press and hold the circle button while using the directional button, you can walk slowly across the wall. If you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from behind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
Ow. 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 We made it. Yeah, that section sucks. I mean, you can, like, try and time it and learn it, but I think it is genuinely just quicker to take the damage and get the fuck down there. Hey, don't fucking run away from me. Bro, you got me from there? What a snipe. Alright, you wanna play that game, bitch? Hey. Alright, now it's our ability to fight back, finally. We've got the Stinger missile launcher. Oh, get comfortable with the Stinger missile launcher if you're going through the Metal Gear Solid series, because you need to become a fucking pro at that thing in MGS2. And I wish I was joking when I say that, but you need to become like a god with that fucking thing. Especially if you want to do like the harder difficulty trophies. Hey gamers, did you like the fight against the Metal Gear in Metal Gear Solid 1? Oh yes, I did. It was a really fair and unique challenge that took a lot of work to do, but it's really like really cool to actually manage to overcome. Hey, how would you like to fight 25? Huh? 25 Metal Gears. What? I won? Yeah. Anyway, Metal Gear Solid 2 Extreme. Genuinely, there's no greater evil. One of the hardest challenges I can't stress enough is mastering the mass Metal Gear Ray fight in MGS2 on European Extreme when they can one-shot you. And there's 25 of them. Yeah, they only attack you 3 at a time, but that's still 3 fucking Metal Gears attacking you at once. And every time you kill one, it's replaced with another one.
Don't shoot! It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Otacon, how'd you get here?
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible.
Seems like I could have taken the elevator this entire time.
No.
And I took the stairs.
In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far.
Oh, fucking this shit. Alright, I know where this is going. I remember this.
Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, do you think love can bloom, even on a battlefield?
Not for you, dude. Oh.
I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here, and then I'm not scared.
Strange logic. I'm counting on you.
Oh, doorbell gang, 1 second. Oh, my mic's all staticky, 1 second. Or my headset, sorry. I feel like this comes in phases. Sometimes like I go like weeks and my headset never fights me once, and then other times we get like this, where it's like all this week it feels like every stream I've had to like take my headset out or something to kind of like get rid of the static. I don't know how or what's causing it. It's probably my controller. Probably my control. Something with my controller's not right. Anyway, he's going to go check that, so we need to head up. And now it's time for the... another of the memes. There's what? That's a turret camera. I only have one chaff. Ooh, that's not so good. Hey, before we go up, I need to see if I can find any more chaff grenades, because we kind of need more than one fucking chaff grenade. Oh no, that just loops around her. Ugh. Alright, I guess we face the music. We still got to do another bloody tower climb, but because Kojima's a real son of a bitch, there's 2 cameras there now. Is that really as high as you can aim, Snake? Come on. Damn it. Alright, time to just run, like, keep your head down. Ow. But at least it's only 2 cameras. It's not like there's going to be one that has 3 turrets on them. Oh, wait. But that's okay. We managed to survive 3. It's not like there's going to be one that has 4. They wouldn't do that, would they? They're, like, Kojima's not that much of a, like, vicious, evil psycho... It's like, Kojima, what are we doing here? You know? We made it, though. Yeah, thanks for the stinger missiles. Oh, there's the chaff grenades. Ugh. It's like that, you know, like the people put sort of their hands on their waist and like tilts their head and goes, "Oh, you." That's like that's how it is at Kojima sometimes. Anyway, time for the Hind D boss fight.
So, the snakes finally come out of this home. Are you ready now, my brother?
Brother?
Brother, who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
I'm the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
Yeah. Oh.